Welcome to Part 4, Addressing Your Rights and Responsibilities as a Student Employee of Dining Services. We'll cover important information on various policies and procedures, including payroll, attendance, breaks, and others. Hopefully, we'll answer a few questions you've been considering. We've adopted this acronym to help us remember the attitude of service we need. The M stands for Make Things Better. The idea here is not necessarily that anything is bad, but that we can always tweak our service and stay ahead of the game. If we're always looking to make things better, we never get bored, and neither do our customers. I is for intentionally build trust. Presenting our product honestly and with quality lets our customers know they can expect good service and quality food. L is for learning about your area and others too. The more we know, the better we serve our customers, and we can make recommendations to enhance our customers' decision making. E is for being eager to serve. This is, after all, why this job exists. We don't serve food, we serve customers. We discussed in our previous presentations that offering quality, safe food to our customers is our primary act of customer service. But the attitude we convey in our service assures our customers that we value their business and shows that we recognize our responsibility to them. Show your enthusiasm by greeting your customers cheerfully, answering questions honestly and accurately, or else finding someone who can, providing a great product, taking the initiative to keep your venue clean, giving our guests our full attention. No cell phones, iPods, or earbuds are allowed during work hours. We play Christian music in our venues. It should not be so loud that customers must talk or shout over it to be heard by you or one another. Respect your team members. But in all this, recognize that customer service does not include enduring abuse from the occasional hostile customer. If you are uncomfortable about the way a customer is treating you, call a manager. Consider the person in front of you as your customer. If you have the attitude of helpfulness, you simply won't go wrong. You can make mistakes, but good faith always trumps bad attitude in the end. Food service is fast-paced, and sometimes issues can arise that are interpersonal in nature. It's fairly easy to accidentally offend someone. If that happens, apologize, and if it's in your power, make it right. You may be offended by someone who meant you no harm. Forgive. If these tips sound like something you've heard before, it's no accident. They are biblical principles and can guide you into reconciliation and a much more enjoyable workplace environment. If you are offended by a coworker and need to correct the situation, try to talk at a less heated time to resolve your differences. If that doesn't work, consult with your supervisor. From there, contact the Student Employment Office. They have resources to help. Remember that it never helps to talk with someone who has no power to reconcile the issue. Resist that urge. Your coworkers don't need it. Your customers don't need it. Lost and Found is at Communiversity in the Cougar Dome. Ask the finder to bring the lost item to Communiversity. Extra valuable things like keys or computers go to campus safety. But ID cards go to the One Card office. Collect ID cards and give them to your manager or bring to the One Card office. Your supervisor may also want you to receive valuables for delivery to campus safety. All employees must complete respect and esteem training within 2 weeks of hire and every 2 weeks thereafter. If you have not yet completed this training at APU or did so 2 years ago, it's time to do it again. Refer to the email sent you by dsemployment@apu.edu, the DS Employment website resources page, or email us to get the link to the training. At the conclusion of this training, make 2 copies of your certificate. Give one to your supervisor so he or she can pay you for your time, and the other to Student Employment to verify completion. Your supervisor will most commonly use email to contact you regarding upcoming changes. Some also will use phone contacts, so make sure your contact is kept up to date. It is essential that your supervisor knows about anything that may affect your shift. Remember, you are responsible for all your assigned shifts. So, if you know you will have to be absent, arrange for a substitute. Talk to your supervisor about ways to find a substitute. You may be able to email your coworkers by replying all to an email sent from your supervisor to the employees in your venue, or by posting to a Google group if your manager has created one. Once you've found your sub, you and that sub sign the form and turn it in to your supervisor so it's known who is expected to replace you. Plan ahead and you'll make sure service at your venue is uninterrupted. This too is customer service. Emergencies happen, but make sure you contact your supervisor if it affects your attendance. Most managers provide you with a number to call in case of an emergency absence, but contact information is also on the ServicesEmployment website. Navigate to the contact information page. Remember that missing a shift with no notice or missing an excessive number of shifts reflects poorly on you. If you work over 3.5 consecutive hours, you need to take a 15-minute break sometime, approximately halfway through that shift. Always coordinate your breaks with your shift supervisor. Don't just disappear. If you work over 5 hours in a day, you are entitled to a half-hour meal break. Sometimes this is built into your schedule and you simply take your meal break before or after your shift. Check with your supervisor. This break is to be taken off the clock, so if it is in the middle of your shift, you must clock out. The following policies apply. If you are given a meal perk, all food is to be taken to go. It must be eaten in a dining service venue. This benefit is not transferable and it's only usable in conjunction with an employee's shift. When you turn in your signed quiz, you are acknowledging this policy as well as the others presented. Make sure you ask questions if you have any. Your supervisors will show you where you should clock in. If the clock does not recognize you, immediately tell your supervisor. Though we do our best to keep problems from happening, keep a log of your hours in case your supervisor needs to address something. If you suspect something is not right about your check, your supervisor will help you. If you miss a punch, there is a way for you to still get that time in the system. If you work more than one campus job, timekeeping at apu.edu will send you a special instruction on clocking in and out. Pay close attention to them so you are paid correctly. If you forget to clock, you need to let your supervisor know in writing right away. He or she can put the time into our time system, but only if informed about the issue. Missed punch sheets are available in the ServicesEmployment office and often from your supervisor. Use this form to tell your supervisor about the missed punch. Fill in the blanks and hand it to him or her as soon as possible. Delaying this will delay some of your pay. You should get your first check within 2 weeks. If this doesn't happen, it needs to be addressed. Notify your supervisor and bring your log of hours with you. Payroll has changed the way checks will be distributed. This is the notice they sent out. Student employees with direct deposit, please utilize iPay to receive your pay statement. If not, your pay statement will be placed in your APU mailbox. If you do not have an APU mailbox or have chosen to take live checks, please pick up your check or pay statement at the Office of Student Employment located on East Campus between 8:30 and 4:30 Monday through Friday. We highly recommend going green in iPay for online pay statements. ADP is the company that prints our paychecks. They offer a great service to APU employees. It's the iPay statements. You can sign up to see your statements online for up to 3 years and avoid the hassle and worry of paper checks or stubs. iPay statements is available whether or not you have direct deposit and even after you leave your APU job. But to go paperless, you must authorize direct deposit. Sign up with your personal, not APU email address, and your information is available to you for up to 3 years of issue. For help getting iPay running, call payroll at extension 4722, or email at apupayroll@apu.edu. At the end of the semester, we will email you a link to our survey. Please take a few minutes to complete the survey so we can improve our service to you and our customers and sustain policies that are good. We suggest that supervisors review your semester experience with you as well, so you may see this when you schedule for the next semester. If you will not be returning as an employee with dining services, please let your supervisor know so we can assure that no confusion will result because you are still on our payroll. If there are issues with non-compliance to policies in the handbook, this presentation, Monday updates, training, or other communications, a verbal warning may be issued and documented in the employee file at ServicesEmployment. If the offense is not extreme or no further incidents occur, it will not hurt the employee's record. However, if there is a pattern of recurrence or the behavior is extreme, that is potentially dangerous perhaps, further action may be necessary. Please refer to the APU Student Employee Handbook. You may have been completing your quiz as you followed along in the slideshow. If not, you should follow the link to the quiz and complete that online now. When you submit the form, you will receive immediate scoring feedback to your email box. Print your score email and find the training verification form for your area on the website training page. Bring both documents to training with you. If you've not heard from your supervisor regarding training, use the contact list or your confirmation of hire email to find your supervisor's email and phone and contact him or her. If you have questions, feel free to contact Dining Services Employment at 626-815-6000, extension 3112, or your supervisor. Welcome to Dining Services.